Hi there. I'm Lorrie, and this is your Sacral Chakra slow flow class today. And before we get started, I'd like you to make sure that you have either two yoga blocks or the equivalent, which you can use stacked books if you want to. Just go ahead and have them stacked close by about the same height as your yoga blocks would be. And if you don't have that, you can also maybe try to use boxes of the same size, but just be careful with those because we don't want them to sink in if you're pushing down too hard on them. So yeah, if you need to do that, go and grab those props for yourself. And you can take a comfortable seat here. And the sacral chakra, what we're exploring today, is about several different things. So the element is water that's associated with this particular chakra. And I love this that we can use that element to link to this chakra because it's also very much about emotions, very much about change. So if you're experiencing a lot of change in your life, this is a wonderful practice to do in order to gracefully, more easily navigate that change. It's also related to creativity, whether that's reproductive creativity physically, like with having children, procreating, sexuality, sensuality as well. So really being in touch with your senses and with your emotions and allowing yourself to experience everything, whether it's your touch or smells or tastes, sounds, feelings, just again, your emotions, coming back to your emotions. And the color that's associated with this chakra is orange. So we'll talk a little bit more about that, some of those aspects as we move through the practice today. To begin with, go ahead and close your eyes. If you would like to sit up on a blanket, all of our bodies are different. So simply cross-legged sitting on the floor may not be super comfortable for you. So give yourself that support. And we're actually going to start out with the right hand resting on the right thigh. And then the left hand, take your pointer and thumb and place them together and place the palm facing up. Place the hand on the left thigh with the palm facing up. And you may notice that this is not completely symmetrical. So I'd like for you to embrace that. Begin to focus on your breath. 3 to 4 counts in. And 3 to 4 counts out. And as you're breathing, imagine that breath going all the way down your spine, down to your sacral chakra. And this is located just underneath the belly button. So mid-lower tummy, groin area as well. And you can even imagine that at the bottom of the breath, that breath is bouncing off of maybe like a trampoline at the bottom there, and moving then back up the spine for your exhale. So another aspect of exploring this chakra is letting go and letting it all be. So especially with emotions, especially with any thoughts that come in, you can just allow yourself to observe those thoughts and let them go. Now you're going to change your hands so that the left palm is facing down, resting on your thigh. Right palm is facing up with that pointer finger and thumb touching. So we're balancing out those two sides. Finding the balance within the imbalance, within the shift, within the change. And take a few moments here to find your body. So in other words, tune into what's happening inside for you right now. Any sensations that you might be feeling. Any emotions you might be experiencing. And just embracing all of that, all of those. You can release your hands, place one palm on top of the other, both palms facing up. Just allow your hands to come to the center in front of you, or to rest in your lap, as if you were holding water in that hand that's on top. And bring your hands to heart center, and we'll open today with one audible sigh followed by one om. Take a nice deep breath in. And another nice deep breath in. Gently open your eyes. And let's come into a tabletop position here. Go ahead and begin to take some cat-cows with your inhale and your exhale. And allow yourself to feel the fluidity of your movements. And then from here, we're going to take like a rolling cat-cow. So you're going to take your hips back while you're in your cow. And then you're going to exhale cat forward. And inhale back cow. Exhale cat forward. And now you're going to reverse that. So you're going to inhale cow forward, exhale cat back. Inhale cow forward, exhale cat back. Inhale cow forward, exhale cat back. And come back into a neutral tabletop here. You can just do some barrel rolls, waking up the spine here. And the other way. And come back to neutral. Then you're going to tuck your toes if they're not already tucked. Press your hands into the mat. Lift your hips up and press back into your down dog here. Then on an inhale, you're going to come up onto your toes, come forward just a little bit, and then exhale, press back, bend the knees, lift the hips, down dog. We're going to do a couple more of those rolls, inhaling, lifting forward, exhaling, pressing back. Inhaling onto the toes, lifting forward, exhale, pressing back. One more time. Inhaling, lifting forward, feeling the wave that you're making here. Exhaling, pressing back. Just come back into your down dog. And then on an exhale, you're going to lower your knees down, come back into your tabletop position. Inhale your left knee in. Then you're just going to take some circles here. So we're going to be working deep into the hips. If you think about this sacral chakra area, it's right around the hips and all the reproductive organs. And you can release that left knee. And inhale, bring the right knee to the chest and take it into some circles here. You might hear some cracking. That's fine. Some Rice Krispies. Take the knee in the other direction. And place the knee back on the mat. And then from here, we're going to press back into a child's pose. So in your child's pose, feel the weightiness of the hips here. You're going to inhale, lift back up the table, and I'm going to face you to do this part. And what you're going to do here is you're going to lift the left leg out behind you and back, all the way back straight, and then bring it out to the side. Place the foot down, and then from here you're going to take your hips back. So it's kind of like you're in a child's pose here, in an alternate version of a child's pose. So you can take your arms forward. Take your head down. If you need to bend that left leg a little bit, if this is too much of a stretch for you, that's fine. And you're going to inhale, bring the hands back towards your body. Come up onto that right knee. And I'm not mirroring you right now. And inhale, lift up, arms overhead. So now we're in gate pose here. Now you're going to take your left hand to your left leg here. Inhale, reach up. And then you're going to exhale, take the right hand down to the floor and bring the left arm over the left ear. Stretching out the side body here. And inhale, lift up. Left hand leaning over to the left. And inhale through center. Exhale to the right here. One more time. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Then you're going to inhale back through center. Take your hands, place them down. Take your hips back again, like you're in child's pose almost. And then you're going to take your hands out in front of you and walk them over to the left as far as is comfortable to you. So we're still getting a side stretch here on the right. It's a little bit different. So we're stretching out through the hands too. Stay up on your fingertips. And remember, if you need to keep that left leg bent while you're doing this, that's fine. You want to take care of your body. Listen to it. What does it want? What does it need? And inhale, walk back to the center. Bring your hands towards your torso. Come back up into that tabletop variation. And bring your left leg in. Right leg kicks out behind you, straight. I can't quite straighten mine right now. And then bring it out to the right. Lower that foot down. Lower your hips back. And press back here into this modified child's pose. Remembering, of course, as always, to breathe. On your next inhale, you're going to walk your hands back towards you. Inhale, lift your arms up. We're in our gate pose again here. Inhale and exhale, take the right hand to the right leg. Nice side stretch here. We're going to flow with this again. So inhale, lift up. And exhale, left hand comes down to the mat. Right arm comes over the ear. Inhale up. Exhale, reach over the right leg. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to the left. And inhale, lifting up again. And again, this time we're going to come down, lower the hips back, bring your hands out in front of you, and take them over to the right. Remembering to take it to the place that feels best to you. If you're super bendy, you can maybe take the left hand on top of the right. And then from here, you're going to walk the hands back to the center, lift your hips, come back into your tabletop position here, and press back into down dog. Left leg lifts up 3-point. Inhale. Exhale, bring that left knee into your chest. And then from here, you're going to take circle 8s with your knee. So it's like you're drawing a figure 8 with your knee in one direction. And then you can take it in the other direction. And then bring it back up into 3-point. Inhale. Exhale, bring that left foot forward in between your hands. And we're just going to hold it here in a lunge. Simple lunge. And then place your hands. Exhale it back up to 3-point. And lower that left foot down. Inhale, right leg lifts up, 3-point. Exhale, bring the knee into the chest. Take those circle 8s or those figure 8s here. And in the other direction. And then you're going to straighten the leg out. Inhale, exhale, bring the right foot forward in between your hands. Finding your low lunge here. Just feeling into it. And place your hands on the mat. Press it back, 3-point. Exhale, bring the right foot down to the mat. Inhale, the left leg lifts up, 3-point. Exhale, bring that left foot in between your hands. Pivot the back heel down. Inhale up, warrior 2. Imagine that your pelvis is a basin, actually, or a bowl, and that it's holding water in it. And you don't want to spill that water out, so make sure that that bowl is level. Then you're going to inhale, straighten the front leg, and exhale, come into triangle pose. So if you need your block here, you can grab that. And then with your breath, you're going to circle the arm. And again, feel the fluid nature of this, right? And then circle it in the other direction. And then when it's down, place your hands on either side of that front foot. Bend the front leg, come into a lunge. And then you're going to place your hands flat, step the left foot back to meet the right into plank, lower down chaturanga. Inhale up for a low cobra here. It's our first little mini back bend of the day. And then exhale, press it back, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, place the right foot in between your hands. Pivot the back heel down. Inhale it up, warrior 2. And again, find that basin, right? Find that level bowl so that your water is staying in your pelvis here. Then you're going to inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale it out into your triangle pose. Take a few breaths here to find your triangle. If you're super bendy especially, you want to make sure that you're bending just a little micro bend in that front leg. And exhale, take your left arm into circles here. It's like you're yoga swimming. You're in that delicious water we're talking about. And then take it in the other direction here. And then here you're going to take that left hand to the mat. Bend the front leg, come back into your lunge. Place both of your hands. Step back into plank. Lower down, exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog if you'd like. And then exhale it back, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up, 3-point. Exhale, bring that foot in between the hands. Pivot the back heel down. Inhale it up, warrior 2. Exhale, go a little bit deeper. Inhale into your reverse warrior here. And then on your exhale, you're going to straighten that front leg. Come into your triangle pose here. So we're going to flow through that a few times. So you're going to inhale, come up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Come all the way down into your triangle pose. So you take this at your pace, actually, with your breath. Follow your breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, straighten the leg, trikonasana. Inhale, come up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. And exhale. We're just going to stay in warrior 2 this time, actually. So from here, and I'm actually going to turn around this time because we're going to take your toes so that they're pointing at 45-degree angles on both sides. And then you're going to bend your legs out and come into goddess pose or temple pose. So I'm going to face you guys here. Right, so we want wide legs. And again, pay attention to that watery basin here. And then from here, you're going to inhale, lift it up. Now you're going to take your toes so that they point in just slightly, so you're slightly pigeon-toed. And then exhale, reach all the way down, forward fold. Inhale up halfway, offer your heart. Exhale, release, fold forward. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Inhale up halfway. And then here, you're going to bend your left leg. Come into Skandasana. We're going to flow through Skandasana. So you have a couple of different options here. You can use your hands to help support if you'd like to. You can keep your hips up a little bit here. If you'd like a little bit more burn, a little bit more fire, bring your hands to your heart center. And if you'd like to go really deep, if that's accessible for you, you can go really deep. Just making sure that you're breathing, breathing, breathing. Again, feeling the fluidity of the movement. The next time your left leg is bent, So I'm going to have to switch it up because I changed sides. You're going to pivot to the front of the mat. Come into your lunge here. Then you're going to lower that back leg. Lower the back knee to the earth. And you can lift up. Anjaneyasana. And then you can take your hips back, straighten that front leg. Ardha Hanumanasana. And again, we're going to flow through this. So inhale, Anjaney. Exhale, Ardha Hanuman. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And then you're going to come back to a low lunge here. Place your hands on either side of the front foot. And exhale, press back into your down dog. In your dog right now, I'd like you to find something that's delicious. That feels really yummy. What is it about this pose right now that feels really yummy? And if you can't find anything that feels really yummy, go back into your breath. And that pretty much always feels yummy. Inhale, the right foot lifts, 3-point. Exhale, bring that right foot in between the hand. Pivot the back heel down. Inhale into your warrior 2. Exhale, sink deeper here. Inhale it back, reverse. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Take it all the way down into your Trikonasana triangle pose here. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. So again, take this with your breath. Inhaling, reverse. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Trikonasana. One more time. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. And again, this time you're going to inhale it, just bring it back into your warrior 2. You're going to straighten that front leg. Bring both sets of toes so that they're facing 45 degrees out. And then you're going to inhale, the arms lift up, and exhale, bring it into goddess pose here. So see if you can find the stillness here in your goddess pose. Maybe even close your eyes. Inhale, lift the arms up, straighten the legs. Take your toes so that they're pointing just slightly in, pigeon-toed. And exhale, fold forward, forward bend. If you have an inversion practice and you'd like to take this into a headstand, you can go ahead and do that here. We'll stay here for a few breaths, not too terribly long. Inhale, lift it up halfway. Exhale, release. If you are inverted right now, you're going to want to slowly, slowly come down. For those of you who aren't, inhale up halfway. Exhale, release. And then everybody lift up halfway. we're going to take the legs into Skandasana. So we'll start out on the right, though we're just flowing with your breath. So you take it however you want to. You flow with your breath. Find the fluidity of these movements. And if you do notice any emotions coming up, embrace them, honor them. The next time your right knee is bent, you're going to pivot towards the front, deliver the back knee to the mat, and inhale, lift up, Anjaneyasana. We're going to exhale, straighten that front leg. You might need to change your stance a little bit. Ardha Hanumanasana, and then inhaling, lifting up, Anjaneyasana. Exhaling again with your breath, Ardha Hanuman. Inhaling, lifting up, finding your balance here. Exhale, pressing the hips back. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press back. And this time you're going to take your hands on either side of the front foot. Step it back into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up, cobra or up dog. And exhale back, down dog. And from here, you're going to inhale, lift the left leg up, 3-point. Exhale, bring that leg forward, bring the foot forward in between the hands. And then you're going to drop the back knee down. If you need more padding, you can put that underneath that knee. And then here, you're going to stay down and find lizard pose. So for some people, this is plenty. If you need blocks here as well, you can do that. If you'd like to go deeper, you have several options. So you go to what works for you. You can take your right arm down to the mat, down to the floor. So that's an option. You can also lift the back knee. And then if you want to take it to a slightly different type of stretch, you can take the left foot out to the left a little bit so that you're on the outer edge of that left foot. And the left knee is moving out to the left. And then let's bring that left foot back to center if it wasn't before. And you can deliver, again, that back knee to your mat. And then we're actually going to take the left foot over to the right of your mat and in probably towards your groin some more for pigeon pose here. So wherever that front foot is, you want to make sure that the front foot is active. So it's going to be less of a stretch here if the more you bring that left foot in towards your groin. But wherever you are, you want to be pushing the outer edge of that left foot into the mat strongly. The back foot can either be tucked or lying flat on the mat. Either way, we want to make sure that it's active. and not sickled. So if it's flat, really push your toenails down into the mat. Let's do one more inhale up here like this, and then exhale, come forward. And you can rest your forehead on a block or on your hands. And then we're going to inhale, lift up, and press it back. 3-point, lift the left leg up, bend that left leg, and you can open the hips here, take some hip circles. And then lower that left foot. Inhale, right leg lifts, 3-point. Exhale, bring the right foot in between the hands. Lower the back knee. Take your lizard pose here. So whatever that means for you today. So it could simply be up here. You could come down onto the left arm here. You could straighten that back leg, lifting the knee. You could take the right foot out to the side a little bit here. And then wherever you are, make sure that that back knee is lowered down. You might have to readjust yourself. Bring that right foot towards the left of the mat and come into your pigeon on this side. So again, find your alignment here, making sure that the right foot is actively pressing the outside of that the outside edge of the right foot is actively pressing into the mat. This is taking care of your right knee. So we always want to make sure that this is happening in pigeon pose. And then that back foot is either active, tucked under, or pressing the toenails into the mat. So inhale, lift up and out of the pelvis, up and out of your watery bowl here, and then exhale, come down into your pigeon. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, press it back, 3-point. Bend the right leg, open the hip, take some hip circles here. Exhale, place that right foot back on the mat. And then you're simply going to bring the left foot forward in between both hands. Pivot the back heel down. Inhale it up, warrior 2. And then you're going to exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale here. Exhale into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Then you're going to look forward, and this is a little tricky, but you can do it. I have faith in you. You're going to look forward, bend the front leg, take the left hand towards the front of the mat, the front corner of the mat, and inhale, come up into Ardha Chandrasana. If you need a rectangle of hope, or yeah, a rectangle of hope here. Please put that underneath your left hand. That's perfect. Really pressing out strongly through that back heel. Hips are open. And if you'd like to start moving it towards opening your chest to the sky. And then from here, you're going to level your hips. You can take both of your hands to the floor, and you're going to bend the right leg, probably the left knee as well, and come up into stork pose. Right foot is active. Then you're going to bring that right foot on top of your left lower thigh, so just above the knee. And then you're going to start to lower the hips, coming into a figure four. The right foot is very active here, you'll notice, and the right knee is pressing down. So really engaging the core here. From here, you're going to inhale, release the right leg, see about coming back into your Ardha Chandrasana. This is not super easy. Woo. Yeah, if you have a wall, use it. Then you're going to deliver that back foot to the mat. Inhale it back to your Trikonasana. Take your right hand down, lower the right knee, come into your lunge. And then you're going to bend that right leg, reach back with the left hand to take the right foot. Come into this stretch here. And while we're here, let's do some lion's breath. So take a nice deep breath in. Stick your tongue out. Yeah. Pull the right hip up towards the front of the mat. Left hip back towards the back. And then you can release that back foot. Place both hands. Step it back. Down dog. Inhale here. Exhale, right foot comes in between the hands. Pivot the back heel down. Inhale it up, warrior two. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale here. Exhale, Trikonasana. Open it out. And then you're going to look forward. Inhale, exhale, straighten the front leg. Drag the back foot up with you. And come into your Ardha Chandrasana here. Really pushing out through that back foot, that back heel especially. And then from here, you're going to level your hips. Bring your left leg up. Come into your stork pose. And then take that left foot just above the right knee. Come into your figure four. Lower the hips down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, press that back leg back, the left leg back. Come back into your Ardha Chandrasana here. Opening up the hips. And then you're going to exhale, deliver the back foot to the mat. Open it up, Trikonasana again. And then exhale, bend the front leg, come into a low lunge here, delivering that back knee. And then you're going to bend the left leg, reach back with the right hand. Take that left foot, pressing the foot into the hand. Hand presses into the foot, opening the chest up to the right. inhale, release the back foot. Place your hands and press it back, down dog. Left foot comes forward. You can drop the back knee. This is where you will most probably need your blocks. So I'll give you an idea of how this is going to look. Right. So from here, you're going to come into Ardha Hanumanasana. So the left leg is going to straighten. And let's take the toes so that they point up towards the sky. Now you might already be on blocks here. This might be plenty for you. You want to make sure again that you might have a little microbend in that front leg. We don't want to lock it out. Right. And then if you'd like to start moving more towards full Hanuman, you can start to wiggle that right leg back, left leg forward. One of the main things you want to make sure of here is that the right hip is pulling forward, left hip is pulling back, and you're scissoring your legs in towards each other. So you may be right here. You may be right here, or you may be all the way down. If you're all the way down, if you're almost all the way down, you might put a rolled towel or something underneath the left hamstring. Wherever you are, we're going to hold it here for 2 more breaths. And then you're going to make your way towards bringing your right leg on top of your left leg, and then the left leg is going to bend underneath. So we're taking Gomukhasana here. So right leg is on top. Let me show you what it looks like. You can see that. So knee is on top of knee. And again, we want to make sure that those feet are active here. Right, so pressing the outer blades into the mat. Now this might be plenty for you if you find that this leg is lifting up way a whole lot. Place a block under there. Or if this is a bit too much for you, you can also take figure 4 on your back, or thread the needle it's sometimes called. So wherever you are, if you'd like to take it a little bit deeper, you can bend over these front 2 legs. Making sure that your sits bones are still on the floor. So if your sits bones are wanting to come up off the floor, then use your hands to push yourself back so that those sits bones are still on the mat. And from here, you're going to place your hands in front and kind of unwind yourself, press back, down dog. You're going to bring that right foot forward, deliver the back knee, grab your blocks, straighten that front leg, toes pointing up towards the ceiling, and then take it to your level on this side. So if you want to start moving towards Hanumanasana, full Hanumanasana, you're going to inch both feet forward and back. Making sure to pull the right hip back, left hip forward. So we're doing our best to square our hips so that they're like headlights, going straight forward. 2 more breaths here. And then from here, you're going to bring that left leg over the right. And then the right leg bends in. So we're doing Gomukhasana on this side. I'll just keep it this way this time so you guys can see. So if your hips are lifting up off the ground, you can even put some padding underneath your butt here too, underneath your tush. So if you want to grab a blanket and sit up, it's always a good option. Or if you want to put that block between the legs here, between the knees. And if you are going to fold over, go ahead and fold over. Release any tension that you might be feeling in your jaw. Release your tongue. Soften your eyes. And inhale, lift up. Make your way onto your back here. Hug your knees into your chest. You know where we're going now. And then actually let's place your feet onto the mat. Take your hips over to the right and allow your knees to fall to the left for a twist here. Arms come out to your sides and you can gaze over your right arm. Inhale, come back through center. Place your feet, take your hips over to the left, and knees come over to the right. And this time your gaze is out over your left arm here. Feeling the fluidity of your breath. And inhale, bring your legs back into center. Hug your knees into your chest again. And exhale yourself into your Shavasana. So feet are as wide as your mat. Arms are away from your body, palms facing up. Just release your whole practice here. And I said to my body softly, I want to be your friend. It took a long breath and replied, I've been waiting my whole life for this. Begin to deepen your breath here. Start to bring small movements into your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Inhale your arms up overhead. Stretch out through your feet. See how tall you've gotten today. And then as you're ready, bring your knees into your chest and roll to one side or the other. Stay here on your side in this fetal position for a few moments. Take the time here to appreciate yourself for showing up today, for being on your mat, for embracing these changes. Gently, lovingly press yourself up to a seated position. Bring your hands to heart center, eyes closed, and we will seal our practice today with 3 ohms. Take a nice deep breath in. And this bright shining light, and this creative flow, this reproductive force, and this connection, and all this love that is within me, that is me, acknowledges, sees, bows to this bright, beautiful light, all this creativity, this reproductive force, this encompassing love that is within each of you, that is you. Namaste.